we are going to discuss very, very important topics for your exam today. That is going to help you to crack your NEET 2024 exam. So, like after deep analysis, I have brought a table for you in which I have done the chapter-wise weightage analysis, which is going to help you in revision, right? So, I'm sure you are going to start your revision of your 11th and 12th class for your NEET exam. And I'm sure that you are well versed with the NEET update. So, new syllabus has been updated by our NMC and NTA. Both of them have updated the same syllabus, and they have cleared some doubt recently also, because in their updated syllabus they have given some confusion, and after few days back they had cleared it that this it should be read as of an insect and a frog. That means they are saying that you have to study insect, that means cockroach, in structural organization in animals, and frog also. And generally they ask question from the frog, so you expect question from the frog this year also, and plus you have to done cockroach also, right? So this is the updated, so they have sent this update few days back, and you should be aware about it. So you have to do both cockroaches as well as insect as per their updated thing here. So this was updated by our official NMC website. No, so now we are going to discuss chapter wise weightage analysis, and a few months back even I have shared topic wise analysis with you also. So when we talk about the living world on the basis of the past year, like, so they have asked like only one, on an average, one question from this chapter. So this is again not so important chapter. So you expect one question this year also. Biological classification, 2 to 3 questions. Plant kingdom, mainly they ask question on the basis of the life cycle and examples. So yes, if you will study the algae or any other plant categories, so you will see many examples and plus their life cycle. So you have to do it specifically in there itself, right? Animal kingdom, so generally they will ask question from vertebrates as well as from the insect. So they ask many question from arthropoda, from these particular phylum, but you have to do overall whole chapter, right? When we talk about morphology of flowering plants, so flower is super important, because you will see the, if you will see the past year question, you will see that they have asked many question from the flower, and you expect 2 question from this chapter. And from the animal kingdom, 3 to 4 questions. Plant kingdom, 2 to 3 questions. Next, anatomy of flowering plants, so you expect 1 to 2 question from this chapter. Structural organization, you expect 3 questions from this chapter. Then cell, the unit of life. This is super important. I always mark it important, because this is the basic of biology. This chapter is basic of this biology. So they ask very good questions, and it has good weightage also. So you have to be very, and endomembrane system, so their favorite topic is endomembrane system in this chapter itself, if you will see the past year questions. Biomolecules, enzyme is the hot topic in the biomolecules, so you don't have to skip enzyme topic from biomolecule. And you expect 2-3 question. Again, biomolecule is also the basic chapter of biology, so this is again very good and very good and basic chapter. Cell cycle and cell division, so this is very small chapter, but they ask 3 to 4 questions from this chapter for sure. And the hot topic from this chapter is meiosis. So they ask many questions on the life cycle, this cell cycle and meiosis. Meiosis is one of the good topic, right? So bacha, see, cell cycle, cell division, you expect on an average 4 questions. Photosynthesis in higher plants, and the hot topic from this chapter is electron transport cycle, and you expect 3 questions from the overall chapter, so you don't have to skip it. Respiration in plants, 2 questions. You expect 2 questions from here, and generally they ask question from the analysis, that calculation and all, right? So that respiratory values and all. Next, plant growth and development, so they ask you here hormones, so you expect 2 questions on an average. Breathing, digestion chapter is deleted, so breathing and exchange of gases, you expect 3 questions. Body fluid and circulation, 3 to 4. So whole human physiology is super important for your future, also for your exam, because it has good weightage. Means you expect overall 10 to 15 questions from this chapter alone, so from this unit alone. So this is one of the very important unit, that is human physiology. Body fluid circulation, very important. They ask question from the blood and from, this ECG and all. So 3 to 4 question. Next, excretory product and their elimination, you expect 2 question, and disorders are super important in the human physiology. Locomotion and movement, 2 to 3. So they generally ask application based or mechanism of muscle contraction. They ask question from the joints, right? Next, neural control and coordination. So they have deleted ear and eye. So they will be distributing all the marks among the topics like CNS, reflex action, right? So you have to study this chapter nicely. Chemical coordination is like totally, you have to read your NCRT thoroughly for this chapter. They will be asking you very, very direct question, and always ask very direct question. 3 to 4, you expect 3 to 4 question from this chapter again. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants, you expect 2 question from this, so it doesn't have so much weightage. Human reproduction has good weightage, so they will be asking 4 question. And hot topic from this chapter is menstrual cycle. So you have to, and hormonal, things happening in the menstrual cycle, all the hormones involved in it. So they will be asking very, very good question from this chapter, and menstrual cycle is the hottest topic. Reproductive health, so generally in reproductive health, they ask more question from the assisted reproductive technology, and they ask question from the methods, that contraceptive methods, and generally IUD. So if you'll see the past year question, you will find these topics, question from these topics mainly. Principal basis of inheritance and variation, you expect 4 to 5. It has good weightage, and disorders are also important here in this chapter. Molecular basis of inheritance is like all topics are super important to build up your concepts. So you have to do this chapter very nicely. Again, it has super high weightage. So you have to study this whole unit, genetics and evolution, which carry huge weightage. So you don't have to skip it anyway. You have to make your concept stronger in this concept, right? Then we are having evolution. You again expect 4 5 question from this chapter. Human health and disease, you expect 4 question. Microbes in human welfare, 2 questions. And from human health and disease, they will be asking more question from the disorders, their pathogen, diseases, their pathogen, right? Or they are asking question on their symptoms. They are asking question on the drugs. Microbes in human welfare, you expect 2 question examples. So you just make the table and write down all the examples from this chapter. And same way for the animal kingdom and plant kingdom also. You just make the table for these chapters and then paste it on your wall and revise daily till your exam. And these chapter will become cakewalk for you, and everything will imprint in your head. So you have to do that, right? Next, biotech and biotech principal processes. So you just expect 2 3 4 question on an average from this chapter alone. And biotechnology in its application, they ask many questions from this chapter. So this whole biotechnology unit will be carrying 7 8, I mean they will be asking 6 7 question on an average from this chapter alone. So you have to study it very nicely. And it has some concept of genetics also, and application has just example. So you have to remember all the application like humulin, you have to study about the BT, you have to study about the RNA interference. So it means don't leave any topic. They are super easy. This is a super easy chapter, and plus carrying huge questions also, right? Weightage also. Next, organism and population. So we know that many chapters are deleted from this unit. So we are having organism population. You expect 3 question. Ecosystem, you expect 2 question. Biodiversity and conservation, you expect 2. So these are the mugging up chapter, and these are super easy free marks question, free marks chapter. So you can obviously study them very nicely to get the full marks in this chapter. So this is the analysis chapter wise. So I'm sure that like human physiology is super important. Reproductive, human reproduction and reproductive health, both the chapters are important. Biotechnology unit is important. Genetics and evolution unit is important. Human health and disease part is important, right? So these topics, these chapters are carrying huge weightage in our syllabus. So we are going to discuss many topics, many such topics with you till your exam. And in case you have any suggestion or you want any topic, you want us to discuss any topic with you, you can suggest it in the comment box. So we are always open for your suggestion so that we can bring up a lot of the topics to help you out with your, to crack your NEET exam. So all the best, kids. Just prepare your revision things very nicely. Just, it's December time. It's very high time to start your revision of class 11, 12th on the basis of the priority, on the basis of the weightage. You can just give the priority to the chapters that, yes, I have to revise this chapter first, and then I can neglect, this chapter for some time, or I will just refer NCRT for this chapter because they are not carrying so much weightage. And they ask directly question from NCRT. Although some application based question or some application chapter like genetics and evolution or biotechnology, it has some, application based, they can ask some application based questions. So you have to give more time to such chapters, or solve a lot of the question from all the chapters in order to improve your marks, right? And just write down your suggestion also. So all the best for your exam, kids. Keep studying and don't think about the result, just do your best every day. So have a great day, enjoy your time.